for United, you look at them, like the position they're in, club-wise, it's a mess. You know, the structure feels a mess. Some of the players and the way they're playing at this moment, really bad. But, like, what's new? You know, if someone wants to know what's going on at Man United, just tune into the show every day. We talk about it pretty much every single day. It's such a mess. So for Ten Hag, you know, like, he's just got to, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. If he's surprised before he's even had a day of work, like, what situation is the club really in? Let's be honest about it.
Oh, it's interesting, isn't it? Don't you, as a manager, when you're coming into a club like this, want some assurances beforehand, before you're hearing this type of chat?
Maybe so, but if you're Erik Ten Hag, this is a tremendous opportunity. This is a great opportunity. This is a better job than the one you had before. Yes, Manchester United, even where they are right now, is an upgrade to Ajax, right? Because it is a bigger job, and you get blinded by the lights of Manchester United. And then, and here's the part that a lot of people don't think about. There's a certain arrogance that comes to being a manager at this level or a consultant at this level. You think you coming in, you're going to change it. You're going to be the guy that has the right ideas and has the right mindset and has the mentality and has the way to communicate to players, and you're going to be the guy who's going to get the best out of this group. And then you're going to add your pieces, and we're going to be great. We're going to be great. There's much more to fix at Manchester United than 3 players, 7 players on 10 players. Until you fix what's going on in the front office and decision makers and what they call the club culture, all of these other things may help, may paper over the cracks, but they're not going to resolve the issue.
They brought Ralf Rangnick in to listen to him. They didn't bring Ralf Rangnick in as the greatest coach that was walking the planet at the time. They brought him in because apparently, and there's people who know a lot more about it than me, particularly in Germany, he's very good at analysing the structure of a football club and how decisions should be made and how it improves. I'll give it to you. He's improved nothing on the coaching side of things. But if he's been brought in to tell them about structures and players and what needs to change, and if he's telling them they've got 6 to 10 wasters that they need to get out, and they're saying, "Well, we're not listening to you," that kind of sums them up. That's what he was brought in to do. I mean, it's mind-boggling. This takes me back to the interview that Mark Ogden and some other journalists had with Ed Woodward, the former chief executive, who sat there and apparently said, "No, I don't agree that we've wasted money and made bad signings." I mean, these people are just kidding themselves on. This is what Rangnick was brought in to do. He wasn't brought in as Klopp and Guardiola. He was brought in as a guy that looks behind the scenes and has built football clubs and helped build smaller clubs with structures. That's what United needed. But it seems that he's come in and they've gone, "Well, your results are not very good, so we're not listening to you, and we're just going to do our own thing." What a gigantic waste of time.
So we're going to consult with the consultant, but we're not going to listen to the consultant.
Exactly. Because results are not right, we're not going to listen to the consultant who's telling us there's problems behind the scenes, and the football decisions will not be bettered until better decisions have been made. But we're just going to go down our own road, because that's the road we've been going down since 2013, when Sir Alex Ferguson left. How's that worked out? I mean, I'm sure they'll sign better players, and I'm sure Erik Ten Hag will be given some leeway. But there are too many people there, it seems to me, behind the scenes, trying to meddle in their own little area. You know what I mean? Making sure they're protecting that.
So is that the problem? Is it not going to change?
I don't know if it's going to change. I thought the whole point of Rangnick was to give them a blueprint of bringing, and I've heard a couple of other names mentioned, the guy Paul Mitchell from Monaco, who's a recruitment guy. Don't know him, whatever, but I thought this was the whole process about trying to change the way they've been doing it, because the way they've been doing it means they're lagging behind. And that can't continue with the money that they keep spending. They've spent a lot of money. It's not like they haven't spent. The Glazers have given them money, but they're chasing bad money with bad money. They need some better clarity, and this just makes you think it's going to be the same old, same old.
In terms of simple math, right? So now Manchester United is saying, no, 3 players. Well, just the players leaving for free is 4. 4 is more than 3. right? And then the ones that are up for sale that you know you don't want to have. How many more games do you need to watch Phil Jones play to say, no, please, no more, right? There are a bunch of guys there that you need to get rid of. So just on that alone, you know that what you need is certainly more, and it's significantly more than 3 players in order to change the personnel on the field. Change the stuff in the front office, change the stuff on the personnel on the field, and then you change the manager. Change the whole thing. But obviously what they're doing right now is not working in the immediate future, and it's not going to work in the long-term future unless there's a structure that they're able and willing to follow. I don't think that exists right now.
So is it not a change in the dugout that is needed, Nedum, but a change upstairs?
I think the change upstairs has to happen if the club wants to be successful for a long period of time. And I think there are other people in other positions which need to be dealt with as well. But, you know, as far as bringing a new manager on the field, I think there needs to be somebody on the sideline who appears like the players respect, because I think the way that they've played the second half of the season, like, I'll hold my hands up, like Craig called people out for this at the start of the season. I thought United finishing second last year was really impressive, and the 3 players they brought in, I thought it meant more success to come. I was very, 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 very wrong. And then when Rangnick came in, and we were talking about who's going to finish top 4, I looked at the players they had, and I heard Rangnick was really good. So I said they're going to finish top 4. So it just goes to show that something is off there. And, you know, there's a lot of unhappiness among some of the players for the style of play, the fact that some of them aren't playing, the fact that they're losing games, probably more than they've probably ever done in their entire careers, and they're not able to handle that. So I think a new coach on the sideline, if you can present something to them which they can believe in, then I think performances will be better. I don't think they'll be challenging, say, for the top 2, top 3 potentially, but they'll be better, and that's a starting point. And I think from when they're better, then the changes behind the scenes in the front office, as Ali was alluding to, maybe then it can be building for success instead of just building to just be a lot better than the sort of mess that they're in at this moment in time, where come the end of the season, for all we know, they could be down in 7th position with players like Varane, Sancho and Ronaldo in the squad. And as we all know, that is completely unacceptable.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.